How long do these normally go? Which is we got all the time you want.
No, and I understand. I try to make it shorter than longer because obviously I don't know you guys. How long are your podcasts or your videos?
We go way too long.
Yeah, it's usually like 45, 50
Our
minutes.
podcast is like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
our videos are normally like 15-ish.
Right. That's usually what I try to do, somewhere in that 40 range. But if I can go shorter, then great, not a big deal.
Yeah.
And we're actually live right now, but I'll tell Tyler to cut it out.
Oh, this is live?
Yeah, no, I just hit it, but it's all good. No big deal.
All right.
All right, cool. So we'll hop in. Welcome to Titans by Two. Austin Nelson here. Brett is out this week. Looking for the Titans offense because we can't find it. So I'm here with my guys from @Titans_tube_YT, Justin and Caleb. What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yes, thanks for inviting us on.
Yeah, for sure. So if you guys don't know, Justin and Caleb are the ones behind Titans_tube_YT. If you follow them on Twitter, you need to. They're awesome. But they retweeted one of our tweets at Armchair Tighten Up, and it was just to see who wants to come on the podcast because we always like having guests. We had Nate Bain on, the guy who runs the social media account for the Titans, and he was incredible. And I would encourage you guys to try to reach out to him to come on y'all's show.
Nate Bain?
Yeah.
We've actually discussed that. He's I saw he was on your show first, and then he went on RPO podcast. Yeah. So he's on our radar.
For sure. I watched the one you guys had with Jonathan Hutton, and I interned last summer before I graduated at 3HL on 104.5 The Zone.
That's awesome. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm big friends with Blaine and Mickey and Brent. So yeah, having one of those guys on, I need to get Mickey on. Mickey'd be a fun one to talk to.
Yeah, he sounds like a fun guy.
But yeah, so they guys they retweeted it, and we were like, dude, we got to have these guys on to talk Titans. So that's what we're gonna do because we always do that. So this past week, boys, actually, I'm gonna let you guys talk for a minute. Y'all were at the game. How was that? Talk about the experience.
So yeah, we actually went to the game a season ago, kind of as like a big thing for the channel. Drove up to Indianapolis, and then last minute decided to do it again this year, even though we regretted our choice a year previous because we regretted it for the most part of the game this year too. Yeah,
but yeah. And it really, what really turned the tide to make us decide to go, we found tickets for $6 in the nosebleed section. That's crazy. Yeah. Nobody wants to go to a Colts game, really?
So how cold was it? Because they had the roof open.
Yeah, we were not prepared for that. I don't think anyone was. The fans weren't. I heard the officiating crew wasn't prepared for the cold weather. So it was pretty cold. I mean, I would say it was probably in like the mid 40s to 50s. But the problem was that the roof still covered the fans. It still like shaded all the fans. So it felt way colder being in the shade the whole game. Like if it had been like 45 degrees at a Titans game in the sun, it would have been perfect. But no, you're in the shade the whole time. So freezing.
And then they started advertising for their Colts like apparel shop, and we're advertising jackets for like $50, $60. We were onto them. They were definitely.
It was all a scam just to sell money to their unloyal fans who hate the Colts right now.
Yeah, and what Titan fans didn't go on the shop and buy a Colts jacket, so that didn't make any sense either. So
it was good to see a win there for the first time in 10 years.
Absolutely.
Our first one in Lucas Oil. We were there.
In Lucas Oil ever. That was the first one.
So
we had some Titans fans in our section too, like in front of us or some behind us.
Yeah. That's cool. I was in Pittsburgh for the that Thursday night game. And,
I'm sorry about that.
I'm glad we didn't go to that one.
Yeah.
and to your point too, dude, Colts fans are Steelers fans are fucking. Excuse my language, Tyler. My bad. I didn't mean to say that. They're ruthless. Dude, they are mean people. During the first touchdown when Marcus ran in, if you guys remember that. I stood up and had a big Titans flag because I was in the end zone. I was like, man, I may be able to get on TV. So that's why I brought it. I stood up, and, dude, I had so many people cussing me out, throwing peanuts at me.
Oh, my God. Dude.
I was like, really? It's just a touchdown. We're still losing. Let's look up.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Colts fans are not that savage. They're actually they're not even tuned into the game.
They're not. They don't hardly even talk to each other.
I don't think they're watching the game because they wouldn't cheer until after, unless the announcer announced that the Colts got a first down or something. That's when the crowd would cheer.
Yeah.
They didn't cheer when it actually happened. So I don't even know if they were really watching the game. They're kind of checked out on this season already.
Yeah, they gave up. Is what it sounds like.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously they don't want to go to the games. Tickets are $6.
Yeah. So that's probably why they extended that whole Andrew Luck is gonna he'll be back eventually. Because if they knew that he wasn't gonna be back, the attendance would have been terrible.
Right. So Marcus, you guys saw the good and bad the first half, the third quarter, but you guys saw the good fourth quarter. So I mean, what stood out to y'all Sunday that obviously, I mean, the numbers aren't great anywhere. Marcus was 17 of 25 for 184, and then you guys saw both interceptions.
Yeah.
What did you guys like and not like?
It was hard to tell in the second one if Taywan Taylor, if he had not fallen down, would that have still been intercepted, or was it a good throw, and was it really on Taywan Taylor, that interception? I don't know. We were way up in the nosebleed, so it was hard to tell with that angle we had. But what stood out to us, I guess, was one good thing and one bad thing. One good thing that stood out to us was our pass rush finally showing up. We got 8 sacks and we hit Brissett 12 times, so he was running for his life the entire game, which was clutch. He forced him in so many bad throws and that just went incomplete. And there were receivers that were there to make a play, but it was because of the pass rush that he forced a throw early or it was inaccurate. So that was one good thing, finally, our pass rush finally getting it together. One bad thing, I guess, was more of the same, and the deficiencies of the run game, not getting it together at all. Those first 3 quarters were brutal.
9 carries for 11 yards at halftime.
Yeah.
I think so.
And of course, the play calling is always a hot topic issue. But yeah, saw a lot more of that. Run, pass, setting up Mariota for 3rd and longs. It's kind of frustrating, but yeah, I mean, at the end, we've seen this time and time again. When we need a drive and we've got to have a drive, Mariota delivers. And it was actually the running game that kind of delivered in the fourth quarter. But when we needed it the most, we ended up getting it. So at the end of the day, we got the W. So that's
absolutely. That's all that matters.
Like Jameis Winston.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you? Anything different?
I agree. I mean, I liked overall playing the Colts from this year as opposed to last year. I liked how we shut down T.Y. Hilton. I mean, I think he only had 2 catches for 15 yards this past game.
Yeah, that was
but I think most of that was probably because of the pass rush that Jacoby Brissett just had no time. So I think that goes hand in hand. But I really liked shutting down their top receiver, who's burned us in the past. So definitely some bright spots to take away from that game.
For sure. So something we still can't do is cover Jack Doyle.
Yeah, it was the one guy that was still shredding us. Man, that guy drives me crazy.
Yeah, he does, man. What's up with that?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, that was like the one thing that was consistently working for him, though. So I don't know. I can't complain too much because I thought our defense as a whole played pretty lights out. And you're gonna have plays that you give up, and you just can't help it. They're gonna find something. The offense is. It doesn't matter who you're playing, but offense is gonna end up making plays, I think. But yeah, Jack Doyle. He just loves shredding the Titans. So he's getting back at us for cutting him that one offseason when we I don't know if we drafted him or if he was an undrafted free agent, but he didn't make the team.
Okay, well, he's more than gotten back at us now. He can chill out.
He needs to calm down on
that.
That's pretty.
Have an off game against
seriously.
us.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this too. What is up with the running game? Obviously, it's not been on point for a couple weeks now. I'm starting to get the notion that the Titans and the Titans fan base starting to pull the "we want Henry" thing. Me and Brett were against it all season long, but I feel like it's getting to that point now. We've watched videos on Twitter all week long about the holes. I think Brian Baldinger and a couple guys, Titans film room. We've had Justin.
Actually. Yeah, looking at Murray and how there's yards to be gained and
absolutely
at first. Yeah.
I mean, it's just some stuff like that. I've seen it since week one, and then even the part of last year, if you guys remember that towards the end. I don't know if he's beat up and just physically unable to do what he used to do, but it was only a year ago that he did this. So I don't understand what happened in the year. What happened? I mean, why has he declined so much? So it didn't make sense to me, but I would never be the one either to pull that on Demo already, because I mean he's great. He's been great to us. So how do you guys feel about it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I will say real quick. Malarkey did say, I'm just going to cut you off here.
Cut me off, dude.
He did say Murray was like 100%. I think in a press conference today, somebody asked him about that. And he thought Murray's 100% when the eyeball test doesn't look like that.
Is that the political answer, though, that he's got to say?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably.
Yes. I mean, but they've been saying that since the bye week, and he hasn't looked right,
Yeah.
But I was going to say, we've actually been in the same boat all season as you guys have, of that. I think DeMarco Murray should have been getting the starts all along and should be the lead back. But now we're starting to finally flip, just because, the eye test. You watch him and you can see that something's not there that he used to have. I know he brings a lot more to the table for the Titans than Derrick Henry does at this moment in the receiving game and, pass blocking, which I think Derrick Henry can get there. But take away, I mean, since his production and the run game has dropped drastically, I think Henry is the guy we should start leaning on. And maybe, give DeMarco some rest. I don't care if Malarkey's saying he's 100%. He's not 100%. No. Something is up with him. So just give him a back seat for a few games, rest him up for the playoffs, and then maybe he'll be a little bit healthier to have that burst again. So we can go more for a 50-50 split.
Yeah, I agree. I think, we talked about this a little bit, but I think it is starting to become a little more clear that Henry is separating himself from Murray as far as getting that rushing production. But you can't just insert Henry and forget about Murray, because Murray brings a lot of intangibles to the team. I don't think we win the Cincinnati game without DeMarco Murray.
Or the Seattle game either, I believe.
Yeah, true. Yeah. At least lately, though, because I think
in recent
games for sure. Because Henry, we just mentioned this in our preview episode that we're gonna have out later. Sorry. That Henry has outrushed Murray now as far as rushing yards goes in 4 straight games now. So he is starting to set himself apart and is able to carry the load whenever we ask him to. So
you're spitting all over the screen.
Am I spitting on the screen?
You're spitting on the screen, man.
I'm passionate about the Titans.
Yeah, no, for sure. I try to keep my distance because of that. So,
I definitely am starting to get on board with that sentiment that we really need to start leaning on Henry a lot more in the run game.
So, especially how stubborn our play calling has been with the running game. I mean, we time and time again, we don't shy away from running it on 1st and 2nd down when the box is stacked. And if that's going to be the case, I think Henry gives us the best chance to succeed in that scenario, because he can bounce it outside. He can improvise better than DeMarco Murray can at this point. So
I think I hate a lot of plays in Terry Robisky's playbook, but I think number one play that I wish I would never see again is a 1st and 10, maybe a 2nd and 10 shotgun DeMarco Murray inside zone. It's just a handoff. What's he's not getting 10 yards off that, Terry.
Yeah, I think it's for some reason, maybe this is part of his fall off. Maybe it's not all injuries, but it's almost like some of his vision has gone too, because he's running into the back of the blockers a lot of the time, and he can easily bounce it outside, but he just doesn't. And we saw him do that a lot last year, but he hasn't been doing that. But I agree. Those shotgun handoffs, second and long.
At least we've done away with the shovel passes to Eric Williams or whatever.
Yeah, that's nice.
Decker, yes.
Knock on wood that those don't make a comeback, but
yeah.
You haven't seen that in a few weeks now.
God.
And kind of going on with that, just like Harry Douglas being in the game, activated for the first time, and we were game planning and we're going to him, and it's like, come on, man, he's got to have a little bit of rust or something, and even so, he's an older receiver. He doesn't have the speed he wants to.
Creates no separation.
Creates zero separation. Mariota even hit him perfectly on a pass that eventually got ruled incomplete after a challenge. So he couldn't come up with that play. He's just coming back so that Harry can go back to the bench.
I think too, we forget about a lot. Our Harry Douglas and Eric Wing's problem is because Tajay's not here yet.
We forget about Tajay.
I do too. It's the thing, like, dang, our wide receivers aren't that good. And then you're like, wait a minute, Tajay's on the bench. And we really do miss Tajay Sharp because he was that guy too, taking a Rashard Matthews right now. He was that third down specialist. So on third down, you're finding Tajay Sharp the ball.
I don't think
Sharp's been great at that.
Last year than now what we're seeing this year from our receivers in the offense. Tajay Sharp was pretty good looking back now, I think.
We got shinier new toys with Corey Davis and Taywan Taylor, and Eric Decker's not a new toy, but he's definitely a toy for Jesse.
So let's hit on that though real quick because you talked about Corey and Taywan. I was about to ask you anyway, but that's the perfect segue. We don't see enough of the deep ball. And I have no idea why. So you get Taywan Taylor, the deep threat. You get Corey Davis, the deep threat. Where's the deep threat at? You're not throwing the ball. You're not throwing deep slants. You're not letting Corey Davis show his worth and go up and get the 50-50 ball. Like, let it happen. I don't understand why they don't do it.
Yeah. I don't either. I mean, it's actually something we just talked about playing our Madden challenge that we do every week. Because we were throwing some one-on-one balls to Corey Davis, which they've been really hesitant at really like letting him loose and like kind of babying him along. I know he's dealt with the hamstring injury, but at some point you just got to turn him loose and let him, make mistakes, give him the opportunity to make mistakes and also make plays. Because I think give a player like Corey Davis the opportunity to make enough plays in the game, he's going to make more plays than he is mistakes through the course of a game. That's just, I believe, the kind of player and athlete he is, and we're not giving him those chances. He only gets like 3 to 4 targets a game. That's not enough.
It's not. Yeah. I don't understand that because, you go out and get the 5th pick. He's the guy that's going to be I'm not going to compare him, but he's the Randy Moss. Like, he's your savior for the next, 10 years. I mean, you got to think about the guys who's been drafted that high. Julio, OBJ, AJ Green. Like, let him be that guy, and they're not letting that happen.
Yeah. Like they insert them into like an integral part of their game plan, and I think Corey Davis is still kind of an afterthought for our game plan when we're going into games. Like, oh, we have this guy, let's run a play for him, and then we just kind of forget about him.
Yeah,
and I think that all has to do with Robisky. Like, I'm not a Robisky guy.
Did you see that interview on Titans Online? That's kind of been going around, and people are talking about it. I don't know. Did you see that interview?
Oh my gosh, you need to go see that like right now. Like, let's watch it. Let's watch it live.
It was not a
Robisky guy. You'll eat it up.
Yeah, it was pretty telling, and that convinced me, and I think a lot of Titans fans, that he's 100% the problem with the offense, because the interview was about him as the play caller and how he calls plays, and he pretty much said everything the opposite of what Titans fans were hoping.
Gosh.
Like, he was saying, he runs the same play over and over again
until it works.
Until it works, because he sees something, he sees a little hole, and he just keeps wanting to hit that play until it finally pops. And that's his philosophy.
All right, so the Titans through 11 games are sitting 20th in the league in offense, which is not what I thought they'd be at through 11 games. I mean, I would figure 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Yeah, but the defense is about where I thought it was at 11, because I thought this defense was better than what people give it credit for. They're fun to watch.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, go ahead.
I think after the Texans game, he knows about me interrupting people. This is not even our podcast.
We interrupt each other the whole time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think after the Texans game, I think a lot of people, that it's just kind of a sore spot in people's minds. Like, man, this defense is bad and weak, and I think we really legitimately have turned it around since then. But that game is still like in the back of the minds of a lot of fans, because 57 points, you just don't give that up in the NFL. But I think
some of that was Matt Castle, though.
Some of it was Matt Castle. Yeah, gotta give it to him. But yeah, sorry I interrupted you. But I think our defense is where we were hoping it would be. Pass rush was not there until last game. It wasn't what it was last year. But the secondary play, the weakest part of this entire team, has been much improved. So that's about as what I was hoping for in terms of where they are.
Yeah. All right. So the tech. No, go ahead. I'm interrupting you again. Go ahead.
No, it's your show. I'm sorry.
All right. So the Titans are getting the Texans this weekend back at home. They've lost 4 out of the last 5, while we've won 4 out of our last 5. So teams going in opposite directions. All right, the last time we played, like we just said, we lost 57-14, and those are like college football numbers.
Yeah,
in the Big 12. Deshaun Watson went 25 of 34 with 283 and 4 tutties.
One on the ground too.
Yeah, he rushed.
It's true. So 5. You're right about that. All right. So like, what's happened since we last played them in October? Deshaun Watson tore his ACL, so we don't have to see him. J.J. Watt broke his leg the game after he played us.
Yeah.
And then Brian Cushing got suspended, and I'm almost positive. I could be wrong, but is Whitney Merciless out too?
Yeah. Didn't he also go down in the Watt game?
Yeah,
same game.
Same game. Yeah.
So they're beat up, and they're not the Texans that we'll probably see next year for years to come. But it's nice to have that right now. They can be bad this year. So what do the Titans have to do on Sunday to solidify a win and just move past this team?
Our keys to win.
Go for it.
Our keys to the game.
Go for it.
What do you think? I want to hear your take.
I mean,
I feel like you've been asking us the questions.
No, it's cool.
True, but
you guys are the guests. I wanted you guys to come on and answer these for me.
No,
you have to get different feedback. We love getting. I mean, me and Brett talk to each other all the time, so it's cool to get other Titans fans' feedback. So,
sure. That's why I want to hear yours.
I think
yours all the time.
Yeah, you're tired of mine.
I love it. I mean, not you. Well,
come on, man.
Erase that. What?
What are we doing here?
You're good. No, I mean, I think I've been saying this for a couple weeks now, and I just want it to be true to let Marcus have one of those Marcus games that we know he can. Because Marcus is not putting those 300 numbers up yet, and I don't know if we'll ever see it, but it'd be nice to finally have a quarterback who can just sling it. Maybe when Robisky's gone, we can finally have that. But like the 235, 3 touchdowns kind of thing, like that'd be nice to see. And it'd be cool to see the running game finally get it going, and then Corey Davis get his first touchdown finally. Like you just want to have the Titans have a good day on Sunday, and I don't know if we'll get there because we feel like we haven't got that in a long time. But I mean, this is the team. Like I said, I mean, we're 7-point favorites, so that's NFL likes us this weekend, obviously. So just prove that, like prove you're a 7-point favorite. You know, you're still the best team in the AFC South because we're getting hated on a lot by national media, the Jags. When it shouldn't be that way. We picked to win the division. So just have one of those games, beat your division rivals. I mean, split with them, and then just move on to the next one.
Yeah. If we get this game, we're 4-1 in the division, which is a massive improvement from last year.
Yeah.
And any year in the past 10 years, really.
Yeah, seriously.
Jeez. I like that. I wish – I just don't think we will just because I know our play callers and the game plan we're going to go into it. But I would love to put, more on Marcus's shoulders, give him more receivers, running more routes, kind of put the game more into his hands because I think he can do it. I think he's an extremely talented quarterback and really smart with the ball. He does, of course, make his interception throws for some reason every single game. Like his 1 or 2 really bad decisions always end up being interceptions somehow, some way.
Always. Real quick, before we go any further, I want to stop you. But we have to give credit to that Marcus and Delaney throw on Sunday.
Yes.
Man.
One of the best throws of his career, I think. It was perfect.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, though. I'm sorry. I had to just say that.
Hey, I love being reminded of that play. Do it some other time later in the podcast. I'll love it.
I remember that Delaney play?
Oh, my God. Marcus is amazing. Golly.
Oh, yeah. I got off of that last night.
Oh, okay.
Can I say that?
I hope Amy
we did now.
We're live. You can't.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Okay. We're ruined.
I'll listen to him if he misses this part, I will.
Keys, our keys to the game. I'll just say my key that we just
because is it keys or is it push to start?
Do what? Sorry.
Are they keys or they push to start?
Push to start. Oh,
like
yes. Yeah, it did. I'm not very smart. I think the key to the game is kind of what we saw last week on the defensive side of the ball. Because the Texans have DeAndre Hopkins. Will Fuller is questionable. I'm not sure what his deal is.
He did not practice today.
Okay. Well, assuming he does, in fact, play, I think the best way to defend those receivers that can beat us is not with our defensive backs, but with our pass rush. And I think that's how we kind of neutralize T.Y. Hilton as well, because Jacoby Brissett, like I said, he was forced into bad throws all game long. If we can generate that type of pass rush on Tom Savage, make him always on his toes, on his feet, always looking around, feeling the heat, feeling the pressure, he's not going to be able to deliver those passes to Hopkins and Fuller. And he's not mobile like Deshaun Watson was. So I think if we can generate that kind of pass rush, we should be able to win this game. I trust the offense to put up enough points eventually, whether if it's the first quarter or if it's in the last 3 minutes of the game. I trust they'll be able to put up enough points to win. But yeah,
to your point about the pass rushers, I watched the Texans-Ravens game on Monday night, and you saw how much pressure that pass rush was getting to him with Suggs and who the Ravens had.
Yeah, they ruined Savage.
Yeah, so, it was incredible how they got to him. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in agreement with his key because our defense, as long as they keep it close for like 3 quarters, then maybe, by the 4th, our offense can finally generate something. I'm beyond giving this offense the benefit of the doubt to come out and just like pour it on a team that were clearly better than on paper. So I think it's a division game. I think it'll be another ugly one. And as long as their defense, keeps it in check this game, which has with Tom Savage as the quarterback, I believe they will do so. And then I think our offense will do enough to get the win. And that's what matters. The W.
Yeah. I agree.
I gotta stop worrying about how much we win by. I want to see us win by like 20.
I thought we'd be able to handle the Colts and win by a big margin, but since we won ugly again, I've just given up on that. We're not going to win a game by a lot. We're probably going to win ugly against San Francisco. Well, if they're starting Jimmy Garoppolo, then shoot.
Might be a different game. Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
We'll cross that.
Exactly.
One game at a time.
Yeah.
All right, so just go ahead and say it though, because I want to believe that we win by like 20 to 25. So let's get our game predictions.
Game,
like a score.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or a score, or who we think wins.
Yeah, you see, the last few weeks I've been picking the Titans to win by double digits. Against the Colts. So I picked like a 14-point win. I mean, because on paper we're clearly the better team. That team is debilitated without Andrew Luck and some of their stars. The Texans team is the same way. But I'm beyond that optimistic thinking. I think it's to be an ugly one. I think we squeak it out with a win by a field goal, 17-14. I mean, that's what
made him really nervous.
I've seen that this Titans team has given me so many heart attacks this year. I have to just trust them to win in a close one, whether it's the Browns or the Colts or the Texans at home late in the year. It's the W that matters. 17-14 is my score.
I was in agreement with him. I just thought we'd see more points. I predicted a 26-23 win. But yeah. I agreed on all points. Yeah, I can't trust this team to come out and put together a full game because we haven't seen it yet one time this year.
I'm saying this hoping that they will prove me wrong. Though.
All right,
and I want to be proven wrong because they've been making me look like an idiot when I trust them so much to put up points and get it going on offense, and then they don't. So I'm going the other way now.
Yeah. All right, so since I got to be the odd one here, we can't all go the close game. So I'll go big game. Why not? Because I want to see one by big. So. Let's all agree that Corey Davis gets his first touchdown.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay. Let's all agree that Ryan Suckup gets at least one field goal.
That's pretty much a guarantee. Yeah. Ryan Suckup, death in Texas.
We're gonna get that in the first drive of the game, probably. Yeah. We're gonna jump down to the 1-yard line and then settle for a field goal.
All right, and let's all agree that we'll get one Derrick Henry touchdown.
Okay. I can see
that. 17 right there. Let's go 20. Was that 17?
Can we just say rushing touchdown? Because, I mean, Derrick Henry deserved that touchdown last week, and they just gave it to DeMarco Murray. So I don't know if I can.
Rushing touchdown works because Marcus can run into for sure. I'm with you on that.
Nice. Rushing touchdown.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'm with you on that. All right, let's go 31-14 Titans.
Ooh, big time.
I think that's the score I predicted last week for the Colts.
I think it is.
Or close. It might have been like 30-14, but I like that. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah.
Especially after they put it to us in the first game of the year.
Yeah,
against them.
I hope there's like a sense of like payback. I hope the players are like, man, let's just take it to them. And if we get a lead, let's just keep aggressive and put up as much points as possible. Because if I were a player, as a fan, I was embarrassed. I think as a player, they should surely have been even more embarrassed after that Week 4 game. So
we don't do that either. Think about the Ravens. We were up 16-3. We had a chance to take it to the next step and really turn it on. We didn't. We let them get right back in the game.
Yeah.
All right, so Caleb and Justin are going close games. I'll go big game. And what me and Brett always do every week, just gonna be like just a quick thing, like gun to your head kind of thing. Your hot take. What's your hot take this week? I'm gonna go Marcus throws 0 interceptions and 3 touchdowns.
That is a hot take.
Whoa.
You're predicting 0 interceptions.
That is on fire right there.
Boom. Go.
Oh man, this is all of a sudden happening so fast.
Derrick Henry goes over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Whoa.
How about that? Is that on fire?
Wow.
That's pretty fiery. Adoree Jackson gets his first turnover, whether it's an interception or fumble recovery. Or can he please return a punt for a touchdown?
All right, so here's the thing. Check this out. So the preseason game with the Panthers, I predicted that one. We had a podcast before that, and I said punt return to the house. It came back. So we've got a running joke every week that, like, Brett goes, oh, we know Austin's hot take. So it's a punt return, the kick return to the house every week.
Yeah.
It's got to happen.
People, are wanting to see that, and people are predicting it every week. Just like you said, like this is the week Adoree gets it. This is the week.
We joke about it every week on our episode.
Or how about my hot take being one of our 2 starting cornerbacks, Jackson or Ryan, gets an interception.
Okay.
This is the same thing he does with his keys every week. I'm like, what's your key for the game? And he gives me like 5 different things by the course of his
many things to talk about.
For one hot take, he's giving you 3 different things. So there you go.
That is hilarious. I would love to see KB get another pick. What if he got like 2 picks? He's an all-pro automatically.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I want him to keep that interception lead up. I want him to finish the year with the most interceptions. That'd be sweet.
I would like to see anyone on this team get a pick 6, period.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. LaShawn Sims, I don't care. Bryce McCain, get him in the end zone.
No, not Bryce McCain. I want him
LaShawn Sims is due for a big.
Bryce McCain picks it off, pitches it back to Adoree.
Yeah. Give it to Daquan Jones. Just don't score.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I appreciate it. Again, follow my guys. All right. Twitter handle. I'm gonna give you 2 plugs. Twitter handle @Titans_tube_YT. And then on YouTube, check their YouTube channel out. Subscribe, hit the red button, click it. Titans Tube TV. Caleb and Justin, guys, it was awesome. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man, this was awesome. Let's
thanks for letting us come over and take over your podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for coming over and hanging out.
Yeah. Let's do it again sometime. It was fun.
You want to stay the night? You can. We got room.
Okay. Where do you live in Nashville?
I'm in Smyrna.
Okay. Close enough.
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, man.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one. Go Tide. Yeah.
That's right.